Hey guys, I'm disgusted on a couple of fronts. Number one, Snopes said that the military dogs, the working dogs, I guess the American dogs were pulled out. But the dogs owned by the Department of Defense and the U.S. Embassy stayed. Now look at this. We got Biden talking about getting out Americans from Afghan. But he's not talking about the immigrants that they took from a country that where they've been under military jurisdiction their whole life, whose jurisdiction is now in Afghanistan because of the DOD's intent to harm those people and keep them really, literally on U.S. soil without their consent, without their will. He's not calling those allies. Those are enemy combatants, okay? But watch what he says. I really want you guys to hear what he says and figure it out.
All troops are supposed to be out by August 31st. Even if Americans and our Afghan allies are still trying to get out, they're going to leave?
We're going to do everything in our power to get all Americans out and
All Americans out and our allies.
our allies out.
Does that mean troops will stay beyond August 31st if necessary?
No, so this is before today, obviously, right?
Depends on where we are and whether we can ramp these numbers up to 5,000 to 7,000 a day coming out. If that's the case, they'll all be out.
Because we've got like 10 to 15,000 Americans in the country right now, right? And are you committed to making sure that the troops stay until every American who wants to be out is out?
Yeah.
You guys know they created fake birth certificates to make it look like I was an American citizen when I'm not. I'm not. I was taken here from my homeland, which was the UK, to be used as military property. I've never had rights. They've done crazy things to me and then changed my jurisdiction to Afghanistan. So this is very important. Listen to the next part.
How about our Afghan allies? We have about 80,000 people.
Well, that's not the
Is
estimate.
that too high?
That's too high.
How
The
many?
estimate we're giving is somewhere between 50 and 65,000 folks total, counting their families.
Does the commitment hold for them as well?
The commitment holds to get everyone out that, in fact, we can get out and everyone that should come out.
What does that mean? Everyone that should come out. These people are being kept there, jurisdictionally speaking. What does that mean? Should come out. These people have a right to freedom. They have a right to go home, wherever that home is, under the Detainee Act. They are able to do a lot of things under the public health law, under Gitmo, which is run by our U.S. military command. And let's hear the rest.
And that's the objective. That's what we're doing now. That's the path we're on. And I think we'll get
So Americans should understand that troops might have to be there beyond August 31st.
No, Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st.
But if we don't, the troops will
If
stay.
we don't, we'll determine at the time who's left.
These people are playing God. We'll determine at the time who's left. Who's left behind in Afghanistan jurisdiction under Sharia law, which is, they can keep people, the specific Sharia law attached to the Taliban and that jurisdiction is a very, it's not all of the Taliban. I mean, all of the Muslims. Not all of the Muslims practice Sharia law in the way they do under the Taliban. That is the most aggressive version of Sharia law. And, women don't have very many rights under that law. If you're married, If somebody divorces you, whether you knew about it or not, like happened to me, they can have your children. They can take your children. So, anyway.
And if they're American forces, if there's American citizens left, we're going to stay till we get them all out.
Again, he's just talking in riddles. He's talking, you know, they do double speak all the time. We've seen this over and over again. So, I'm just going to show you the thing about the dogs, if I can find it. I'm just going to go to my own page and find it. This guy is saying that the people there left there, it's their own best interest to be there. Here we go. All right. The Snopes fact checkers have an important correction to make. The dogs left behind in Afghanistan weren't military working dogs. They were U.S. Embassy and Defense Department dogs. That's military. That is MF military. The U.S. did not leave dozens of military working dogs behind as it withdrew troops. The viral pictures show rescue dogs under the care of the Kabul Small Animal Rescue. These dogs largely belong to Afghans, embassy employees, and independent defense contractors. They sell us as dogs. Don't get it confused. Who were unable to bring their animals with them as they evacuated. They want people to have jurisdiction there so they can use them in clinical trials here to make billions and billions of dollars doing science experiments, inhumane, non-consensual experiments, MK Ultra, to earn money for the United States of America, where these people aren't getting paid anything to be used as dogs. Okay, first of all, I know Snopes, we can't rely on Snopes, but in this document, Department of Defense document, it calls these dogs also military working dogs. They're dogs. They're considered dogs. They don't get paid. And they're worked to death, these people. They're people. And this is not the one that I found recently. This is only a 69. They adopt them out. Under BLM, they call them horses if they have been taken from another country. All right. So why are they military working dogs in this document? Working dogs, military working dogs under the Air Force. But Snopes is saying the ones left behind were only Department of Defense dogs. Security dog handler. Document I found is all about the handlers, and this is not the document. But we are dogs, you guys. We are dogs. The ones that are being experimented on are dogs, and then they withhold health care. Lackland military, because they're stealing your organs and your money. You can read this whole thing. They put them in cages, known as bird cages. And then they show scenarios where it looks like a dog. Okay? Then the training center inexplicably moves to Kadena Air Base, Japan. And they move these dogs all around because they want them under different jurisdictions. So these dogs can't sue even though they're supposed to be dogs. So this is not the one. Politics is rough. Now they're going to say the DoD Dog Center without the accompanying mandated full set of dog equipment. A large shipment of dogs. You guys, it's just a way they're hiding human trafficking. I'm telling you. In this document, the dogs will now be residing with the first family in the executive residence. USSS personnel are reminded to call out the locations of family pets on the radio. Were considered pets, you guys. You understand me, right? USSS canine handlers are aware of Champ and Major's presence in the area. What? This is released August 24th. Let's see. They're asking for a FOIA request. Family pets. 2 dogs have arrived at somewhere. Medium. 2 dogs. Present location. Probably says something like Camp 5 or Camp 7, CIA camp. Reporting unit, JOC. 2 family pets have arrived at. All units, be aware that the first family's 2 dogs have arrived on the complex. Please call them out when they enter and exit the residence. Be sure to know their locations prior to opening your gates on the grounds. No impact to normal White House operations. All right. The first family received Champ and Major today at South Portico when they arrived from Delaware. The dogs will now be residing with the first family. FF. We got FF in the executive residence. USSS personnel are reminded to call out the locations of family pets on the radio. Handlers are aware of Champ and Major's presence in the area. Okay, Champ. United States Secret Service. I know most of you have not been here for a first family pet. When and if we need to call, something's blacked out. Please find the location of family pets so you can advise the K9 unit. They should ask for that location with dispatch. Call to get the location. I'm told the German Shepherd is more aggressive than the other. Should be than. THAN. We'd have to look up each of these. Champ is old with bad hips, and Major is younger with fresh legs. Look at all of this. Assistant Special Agent in Charge, U.S. Secret Service. You guys. Family pets. Since we are a hot washing new protectee movements. Since we are hot washing new protectee movements. Protecting movements detainees, okay? They just went out on the lawn for 5 minutes, didn't really walk around. Champ didn't make it out of the dip room before dropping code. Whatever the hell that means. So, blank ended up doing a little cleanup prior to taking the elevator back. Holy Trinity Church in the middle of Georgetown. Streets very tight in the neighborhood. How I posted the shift. There's a lot of codes in this that I haven't even gone over. And I didn't even show you about the handlers and what they were doing to the pets and what they were doing to the canines. Because I found that yesterday and I have no idea where it is easily on my computer. But I'll get it for you when I see. Is somebody going to bring up the dog?